everyone, welcome to hashtag 365 days of samples or Sample Sunday. This is the project I started many moons ago in order to play with and use up a bunch of my sample sized products. So if you're totally unfamiliar with this project, there's a whole playlist in case you're interested. I will also link my previous update, the update I did 3 weeks ago, as well as the intro for this year where I go into a little bit more detail. So I've got a lot of things to talk about. Let's start, as always, with the samples that I would not purchase the full size of. So the first thing I'll start with is the sample that I accidentally threw away. That's the Cover FX Mattifying Primer. I used it a few times last year, thought I would buy it, tried it again, decided not to, and now using it again this year, I've decided it's not something that's right for me. It's just not working really well with my skin as my skin is right now. My skin is a little bit more on the dry side overall with a pretty oily T-zone, kind of normal. My combo skin goes all over the place and sometimes I really do like a mattifying primer, but this one just wasn't working for me. So as of right now, it's something that I would not purchase, but as this project has shown me, it may very well change if I happen to get another sample of it sometime down the road. I have a cleanser that's not bad by any means. It's the Philosophy Purity Made Simple Face Cleanser. I've used this before. I've actually had a fairly decent sized bottle in the past. I like it. The thing is, I like the Fresh Soy Face Cleanser more than I like the Purity Made Simple. So this cleanser is not a bad cleanser. If I had samples of it again, I would use it. If somebody gave it to me, I would use it. That's how I judge things sometimes. There's a difference between liking something and being willing to use it and actually wanting to spend your money on it. The Stellar Brilliant Primer, I liked this primer fine, but as I was using it more and more, it just made me think of another primer that I really liked that I haven't purchased the full size of yet. It's one from Dr. Brandt. That's actually a Pores No More luminizing type primer, and I had a sample of it last year when I was doing this project and I really liked it because it was a thicker primer like this one is that I really don't like to apply with my fingers. I like to apply it with one of those flat foundation brushes. That's how I applied this one too, which is why I liked it. But then I started thinking about that one, and as I was using this one, I kept wishing it was the other one. And so that just told me everything right there. I was like, why would I buy one if I'm thinking about something else? The next sample that I would not purchase the full size of is the Benefit Foolproof Brow Powder. It was the wrong shade for me, as many people during my last update pointed out, but I just didn't like the feeling of it. I tried it with the little applicator that came with it, and I tried it with one of my other brow brushes, one of my angled brushes. I just didn't like the way that it felt in my brows. I definitely thought my brows looked fuller, as powders normally do, but I have one from Anastasia that I like okay. I just wasn't crazy about this. I feel like when I am in the market for a brow powder, I will be looking elsewhere. This just really didn't impress me much. The Charlotte Tilbury Scent of a Dream fragrance, I only sprayed one time and I just could not tolerate it. It is so incredibly floral. I am a little bit scent sensitive and florals do not usually sit well with me, and there are so many floral notes in this that it just was not something that worked for me. I don't want to use it anymore. I can't stomach the smell at all, so that's going, and I've decided to move on from the Dior Lip Set. So there's 4 lips options in here, 2 reds and 2 pinks. I did try out the more matte pink just to see what it was like, and I don't know, I just find these very sheer. I didn't even bother trying out the red because I'm not a red lipstick person, and if I don't like the formula in the pink, I highly doubt I'm gonna like it in the red. So there's no point in even trying to finish this up. Why waste your time and effort on something that you don't enjoy? I do like this little packaging pouch. I might end up keeping this for something, just because I like the little magnetic closure. I could probably put some like cards or something in here. I don't need to keep it. I need to stop hoarding things, but I just like it snaps shut. I'm so easily amused sometimes. So Anyway, this is a thing that I'm moving on from. I'm going to be choosing a lot of new products this week, or a lot of new samples, because I've gone through so many things. So I have 3 things that I would purchase the full size of and 3 things remaining. So I'll end up picking somewhere around 9, maybe 10 new items for the coming 3 weeks. So it's gonna be fun. So the first thing that I would purchase the full size of is from Dr. Brandt. This is the Needles No More Wrinkle Smoothing Cream. So I really liked this, and I'm not surprised because I've used samples for the last like 2 years. The only reason why I haven't purchased this yet is because it's so expensive. Dr. Brandt products are so expensive, and even when they work and I like them, it's just hard to commit to that price tag. But I like to smooth it onto certain spots of my face, normally just my forehead. I've just been a little bit more cautious, a little bit more concerned maybe. I definitely notice it a lot when I'm around younger people. I started going to driving school because I don't have my full driver's license yet. I just have my learners, and I'm surrounded by 15-year-olds, and nothing makes you feel more old than that. So anyway, I did like this. I will put this on my list to buy at some point. I just need to commit to the crazy price tag of all those products. Most of these things, the things that I end up liking, of course, are like the things that are super expensive. I also finished and really enjoyed the Biotherm Blue Therapy Eye Opening Serum. This felt so good underneath my eyes, and I felt like it really hydrated my under eye area and really helped a lot. I really want to buy this. I just have some other eye creams and stuff that I'm working on first, and then this one is definitely going to be mine. And the last thing that I would purchase the full size of is from Peter Thomas Roth. This is the Hungarian Thermal Water Moisturizer. So, little story here. So I mentioned last time how much I really liked this and how I thought it was going to be better than my Philosophy Hope in a Jar, which I actually haven't been able to use for a long time because I have not been able to find the classic formulation anywhere, just the renewed version, which I do not like anywhere near as much as the original formulation. I don't know if they just don't sell it in Canada anymore or what the deal is, because Shoppers doesn't sell it and Sephora doesn't sell it either. So I don't know what's going on there, but anyway, besides the point. During the last update of this project, I said I would know if I really loved this moisturizer, if I wanted to purchase it immediately after finishing the sample, and I did. I remember thinking to myself that I'll have to wait until the next Sephora sale because I must have missed the one that just passed. And I swear I got a notification from the Sephora app right then and there. I don't know if I said something out loud and it heard me, or if the technology has progressed enough that it can read my mind, but I got one of those notifications that was like, hey, you haven't purchased anything from the sale. You may want to purchase something. Today's the last day. Really creepy, but regardless, I took that opportunity and I ran with it, and I made my one purchase from the sale time, and I bought the moisturizer. So I'm committed. I'm committed to this moisturizer. So I like it because it's so lightweight. I don't need to use much of it at all, just the tiniest amount, and it is truly like water. It just melts into my skin, and my skin is so incredibly hydrated, and it just feels so good, and I enjoy using it because I don't have to do a whole lot of blending stuff all over my face. I don't have to warm stuff up. It just seeps into my skin, and my skin looks better instantly. So this is not something I would have purchased the full size of if I didn't like it. So right on this container, it says that this is supposed to help reduce the look of fine lines, wrinkles, dullness, uneven skin tone, and texture for firmer, smoother, healthier, and younger looking skin. And so far, so good. I definitely feel like, at least myself, that I've noticed a difference in my skin when I use this consistently enough. I have to say I'm not very consistent. My routines tend to suffer sometimes. When I'm not in a good mental place, stuff suffers. I have a hard time talking about it, but I do want to talk about it a little bit. May is Mental Health Awareness Month, and I have some pretty bad days. Some days are, you know, better than others. Some days I just can't pull myself together at all. and forget about even trying to do any kind of self-care. And so I'm not surprised that I have the 2 face masks remaining, because I think I used 1 face mask over the last month. It was like a sheet mask that I had lying around that I had for a while, and I just decided to use it. And it's hard to commit to that stuff sometimes when you just don't feel worthy of it, and that's often what I feel like. I have also the Alterna Caviar CC cream, and I haven't used that very much because sometimes I don't even want to wash my hair. It's hard saying that, and it's hard admitting to those kind of things, because people often don't understand and they judge you, and often they unfairly think things of you that aren't true and make assumptions that aren't true. And I just want to be a voice for people out there who may be suffering alongside me, that you're not alone. The last week in particular has been very difficult for me. Something came to my attention that has been really hard for me to deal with, just personally, people saying things, and it's just to the point where I'm physically sick over it, and I'm crying, and I just, you know, I just fight the urge to like delete my whole channel and, you know, give in to everything. And it's tough. It's really tough. And I know that my own mental health and problems like don't go alongside those things. If I was a stronger person mentally, maybe I could handle it, but I'm not. So anyway, we are just going to get through this. I'm going to choose my 9 samples now. So the first sample I have here is from Drybar. This is a shampoo and conditioner set. This is on the rocks. It's a clarifying charcoal shampoo and a lightweight replenishing conditioner. Sample 2 is from Josie Maran. This is the whipped argan oil face butter. Sample 3 is from Milk. This is the Blur Liquid Matte Foundation. So there's 3 sample shades here. They're all too dark for me, but I will try it out anyway, see what the formula is like. Sample 4 is from GlamGlow. This is the Supermud Clearing treatment. You can hear my cat outside the door. I will be right there, Kashmir. Couple more products to go. The sample 5 I have is from Hourglass. This is the Immaculate Liquid Powder Foundation. I'm actually panning this right now, so I'm going to put that back in here. Take another sample 5. I have, this is from Juice Beauty. This is the Stem Cellular Anti-Wrinkle Moisturizer. Sample 6 is from First Aid Beauty. This is the Ultra Repair Hydra Sleeping Cream. Sample 7 is from IGK. This is Mistress Hydrating Hair Balm. Sample 8 is from Dior. When one dies, another takes its place. This is another set of 4 Dior lipsticks, although these are all different shades. All right, we'll try those. And the last thing I have here is from Drybar, and this is the 100 proof treatment oil. So this is something that's supposed to replenish, smooth, and add shine to all hair types. And it comes in like this little, almost perfumey like vial. I think this is good enough for me for now. If I want to add anything in, I may do so. I don't like to have too much going on though, especially with everything else that's going on. I don't need to be overwhelmed with samples, but it's fun to try some different things. And I like that there's a variety. Like I've got hair stuff and makeup and a few skin things as well. So anyway, thank you so much for spending some time with me today. I hope you have a wonderful week ahead of you, and I hope we get a chance to chat soon. Bye for now.